should really pat yourself in the back if you made it this far, because this is the last stage. This is where you fight the last boss and you get your Maelstrom completion. So, you don't really gotta worry much about this. Well, I think that bad, you gotta worry a lot about this, but your priority kill is going to be those archers, because they can snipe. Now you can see this DK with sword and board following me around. He can fracture you, so be very careful about that. But overall, it's the archers that you want to focus. So you're gonna see that you can see me going for that ghost right there. Now you get 3 of those, then you get a bit of a knockout concussion on anything on inside that area. So save those up and use them. I tend to use them either on bosses or on Daedriths, Ogrims, because those guys can hit pretty hard. Now, with that in mind, there's going to be a Ogrim and a Daedrith popping up. Daedrith is going to have the ability that throws fire at you, so you want to take them out as quick as possible. That ability right there, I recommend you block through that. Not block through that, you shield through that. If you're a Stam, you just gotta roll dodge a lot and hit that vigor. But besides that, you should be fine, especially on Stam. Don't stand too close to the outer rim, or you're gonna get lava shot in, and you do not want that. You see move 2, and once I grab my 3rd, you're gonna see what it does. Now those dual wielders, the ones that keep being knife blades and just ambushing you, you gotta be careful with those, because they do have a special ability. It's basically soul tether, where it stuns anything within an area. Alright, so you see that synergy right there. It's the spectral explosion. Man, you're about to see me use it on this Daedrith. So you can tell it wipes out all the ghosts and stuns everything inside the area. It's a huge help, especially if you're fighting the Titan or the boss itself. Now here you have the Ogrim. And yeah, this is not my best moment. I get stunned and walk into a ghost and whipped. So that's a death right there. But yeah, sometimes you end up with RNG like that. Things don't always go the way planned. Like, even though I'm explaining all this to you, and you might want to try it, the outcome will be different. So just watch out for that. Don't get too frustrated. I recommend doing this 5 times. If you don't get it within those 5 times, then just get out of vMA, do something else, because it will irritate you. So here, priority archers, then the healers, and last the knife blades. And you don't want to ignore everything and run to that ghost. You want to take care of what you need to, and if you can see that you can handle things around you, then you can go for the ghost then. But ultimately you want to wait. You can tell how many you have if you look at my buffs between the Witch Mother's Brew and the Surge. There is a skull that says 1 minute. That's how long you have to get or to use that explosion. But that ghost can also go within not the Daedrith, but the Daedric beings and empower them, so you gotta be careful. Like I said, highest priority would be Daedrith and Ogrim, then it would be Archer, then Sword and Board, then Healers, and finally would be the wheels. Now whenever you have that synergy pop up, it says for the explosion, you have roughly around 12 seconds to use it. So keep that in mind. You can't get those ghosts every single time. You gotta think, when will I use this? When will I need it? And if the Daedric get the ghosts, not a big deal. They're just a little bit extra tanky and a little bit harder. But ultimately, you can use the explosion whenever, well, basically after you see these 3. The original one it stuns him within my storm and it kills him. So save your explosion for when you really need it, rather than just using it as soon as you get it. And like I said, shields up with that hatred. It does a lot of damage.
Such brutality!
Round 5 is actually my favorite because I think it looks extremely cool, and it's also very hard to get past, but it's still my favorite. Now, introducing round 4, you can see these summoners. You have to kill them fast, or else it's going to summon a Bone Colossus, and that Bone Colossus has roughly 100 more K health, and they also summon ads, so you don't really want to deal with all that, since you already have ads to take care of. And one thing I should have said at the beginning is do watch out for those blue ghosts, because they can do a pretty decent amount of damage. They're going to slow you down, they're going to take away your shield, they're going to do 6k damage. It's it's rough. Now keep in mind, if you kill everything within that area before you get to that yellow ghost, it will disappear. So just drop some dots and go to the ghost, you should be fine. And this should be the last. You're gonna see 2 summoners coming at a time. You're gonna see me using this explosion. Another tactic you can use rather than the explosion if you don't have it is saving your Destro ult and put it at the summoning station. That way it'll burn anything within its range. But the explosion is probably the best thing to do. Now right here, you can see why this is so sick. A giant Titan is about to come out. Of course, we're gonna take care of this Daemon first, but it's gonna be really awesome. Or at least I think it is. I mean, it's a really hard boss to fight, but it should be fine. And here it comes. So just drop your Destro, drop as much as you can. Be careful with that fire shield up, because that fire can do a lot of damage. Another thing you can keep in mind is that soon it's going to be doing AoE damage. That right there, it's a firewall. Make sure you shield through that, because if you don't, that can't kill you. It's definitely going to take your shield away. You're going to have a lot going on when this happens, so just be careful. Shield up. This is why I think sustainability is a lot more preferred over spell damage, because if I had more spell damage, yes, it could have burned it a little bit more, but overall, I would not be able to pop these shields as much as I would like to. As you can tell, sometimes I do need those shields. Now this is the final round of basic ads and mini bosses. Now what's gonna come out is the big bad boss, the final dangerous boss. Daedric, I don't know why I said that. So you drop everything you can in the middle, but after a few seconds it's going to teleport. So drop as much as you can, nuke him as much as possible, and then when he teleports, if you're close to him, he's going to do that AoE. If you're far from him, he's going to do something like the Inferno guys do. So all you gotta do is either bash it or use your force pulse. Now at 70%, he's gonna rise up. He's gonna leave back the ads and the clan fear. Now that clan fear, what it's supposed to do is take it to anything that is glowing, and it's basically gonna be a portal for you to go upstairs. And what I mean by upstairs is you're about to see basically just kill it near there, and it's going to give me an option to press X and go through the portal. Make sure you're not standing within that crystal. If you don't have that portal up, it will kill you. Right here, this boss is going to throw us all at me. You can either roll dodge, or you can hold block with your shield. I usually tend to hold block, because it's block. Safer in my terms. Now after a few seconds, he's under some of these pile of rocks that you're supposed to follow around. The rest it's going to knock you into the lava. Same thing with that skull. It can knock you to the bottom with ads, with more clan fears and everything. So walk by that pile whenever it's summoned. It is sped up every time you see it. So twice it's jogging distance. I mean it's jogging pace, but the third time you're sprinting. Now we got all 3 crystals down. That means the boss is coming down. He's gonna fight us, and this is it. This is where you're putting everything. You're putting your ultis, you're putting your AoEs. This is the moment you're supposed to drop everything you have, because he's also gonna summon some ads. So this is also priority. Make sure that he is being interrupted, and make sure you get through those ghosts. Those ghosts will be huge helps. And with this, he's also summoning ads to, well, the ads are summoners, which summon Bone Colossus. So like I said, that right there, you can bash it, and here we go. This is when you can come. If you get that explosion while you're down there, then you got it in the bag. And then you can just kill him like that. And depending on time and how much vitality you have, that's going to be your score. So even though it says score at the bottom, like 200 or 300, that is not your final score. And just because you complete it, it doesn't mean you're gonna get everything you want, like this right here. Yeah, it's not the best thing you want, but it's a completion nonetheless. Hope I helped.